Welcome into the Coach Jake Ganus Show. I'm David Simpson. We're here on the field of Bill Morris Stadium where the Blue Devils just finished up a Monday afternoon practice in preparation for the big non-region game against the Helena Huskies. Joining me now is Coach Jake Ganus to talk about the St. Clair County game. Coach, big region win number 2 for you.
Yep, it was. It was a good win. Thought, at times in the first half we looked, a little sloppy, especially offensively, with some penalties and some mistakes and the one turnover we had. But overall, man, we think we had close to 600 yards of offense and defensively got another shutout, which is huge. And then special teams coming up with 2 turnovers that were really big in the momentum and kind of shifting that game and making it to where we felt like we were in control. And so, yeah, proud of the guys. Good win. Now, like we always say, it's on to the next one.
So before we dig into the St. Clair County game, talk about Friday night, the weather.
Yeah.
Of all things, all day long, they predicted weather. I kept looking at the future forecast, like I said, all week, and man, the God was good to us. Not a drop of rain, I don't think, fell Friday night.
No, it was unbelievable. I mean, all week, extended forecast, 10-day, with that hurricane coming up. The Gulf right there, I mean, it was 100% all day. It was 100% at kickoff for sure. And then it started going away slowly, and then during the day it didn't rain much, and we're thinking, okay, and then you still looked at 7 and it said 100% rain with lightning bolt, and then you're thinking, man, delay, how are we gonna handle that again after doing that at Oxford? And so we actually kind of started working on a plan for that, and I mean, it didn't rain, and God was good, and God's always good, but that was encouraging.
So on a future weather delay like that, or rain, or going from a turf field to a grass field, do the kids wear any different shoes, or it's the same shoe cleat-wise? There's anything different there?
No, I tell them to bring extra, if they've got 2 pairs of cleats, bring both of them. Definitely bring an extra pair of socks, underwear, whatever they want to change, either pregame, after pregame, or during halftime. That's about it. I don't buy too much into the, practicing on grass, playing on grass, all that stuff. That will be the only grass field we play on. Every other team from here on out is turf, including our, obviously our home field. So won't have to worry about that. But yeah, I'm just thankful we didn't have to play in a mud bowl or anything like that.
Big crowd from Moody.
Yeah.
Friday night. I mean, they traveled well, so big shout out to the Moody fans for making the trip up. And I believe they were on the other side as well Friday night too.
No, it was great.
Your offensive line had a big night paving the way, protected Charlie. Charlie had a great night, and for the 1-2 punch of LaCameron and Bravis. Talk about your O-line a little bit.
Yeah, they did a phenomenal job. Again, it was a heavy box. Played us in a lot of cover 0 and put, about 7 guys down to stop the run, and we were able to get a hat on hat, and our 2 backs, made guys miss and made missed tackles, and, found their way to have really productive nights. I know we ran for over 300 yards for the first time. I think it's in my tenure, because that's a lot of yards, but I was really proud of them. No sacks. Charlie had a clean pocket all night, and like I said, I mean, we were executing, we were firing all cylinders offensively. Just some penalties, and then really just some bonehead mistakes with some drops, and then the 1 fumble. But besides that, I thought we played really, really clean.
On your O-line, Jackson Randall was out for that game, so you had to kind of move some people around, and that was the big thing I noticed, how they just clicked all cylinders, really.
Yeah, it was really encouraging to see Braden Bankson, the senior, get his first start. I mean, the kid, I can't say enough about Big Bank. I mean, he's a senior who puts his head down, works his tail off. He never complains. He is the most selfless kid we have on the team, and and you never know when your time's gonna come. Like, you could be on the O-line and look like, oh, all 5 stars are back. Fisher, he's getting better, and Bankson just put his head down and worked, and he was able to get the start and played a majority of the snaps. And then we had a really good rotation with Huck at left tackle, and then we slid the guards around and put Fish and Bank in it sometimes, and just really encouraged. So I feel like we truly have 7 guys with starting experience, or playing with the ones, which is very rare in high school football, especially in 5A. And I'm just super thankful that our O-line was able to have that much success without Randall, who has started every game of his career until last Friday. So now Caleb Goff is going to have the edge on him on career starts, because no other senior will have been as far in the playoffs as them 2. So they'll have that record.
Charlie had a great night. He was like 8 8 for 16 for 216 yards. But early on, so when you go to a grass field, it has a crown on it, and we noticed, easy, looked like to us from the booth, easy throws, he was kind of overthrowing them. How do you adjust playing with a crown like that?
Yeah,
or can you?
No, I mean, there's nothing we can do. I don't know how much of that was the crown or Charlie just settling his jitters. Every game he settles in more and more.
Yeah.
And that's what, if you go back and watch last year, you can't simulate live reps and being under fire like he has been, because teams are pressuring us. Teams are bringing 6, 7 guys and making us beat them on the perimeter or hitting them inside with the run game. But he's so poised. He's never he's never shaken or rattled, and every game he settles in. And we give him an early throw like that to try to get him going. And man, I mean, the kid can throw it 70 yards, so it's kind of hard. It's weird to think about, but it's harder for him to throw those short passes than it is a long pass. It just is. And so that definitely did play a factor. I won't say, because I know there were a few of them where he just missed like a little high, like on Joe on that bang route. That was just over his head, and that was one. If you think on a level field, he probably sticks that one right here. So we try to make those excuses for him, but we know that he gets better every game, gets better every rep, and I love Charlie Johnson and wouldn't rather have anybody else as quarterback for us, man. I'm super blessed to have him.
He's a great quarterback for you, Coach. Also on the running backs, Bravis was 21 for 111 yards, LeCameron 15 for 136 and 2 TDs. Bravis had a touchdown as well, but what about Kevin James?
Yeah.
9 carries for 46 yards and a TD. I mean, we're talking about the 1-2 punch, but now you got 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, no, KJ is another kid. He's not a senior, he's a junior, but like Bankson, we're blessed here to have kids like KJ and Bank, where I'm not selfish. I put the team before myself, and when his time's called, he goes out there and he runs hard and he's productive. And so you'll see a lot more of him kind of as we go through the year. We love our 1-2 punch, but keeping those two fresh and healthy is a priority for us, because you'll start to see teams. There's a lot of 5A teams that play kids both ways. It might be 2, it might be 7, but those kids, unfortunately, it's football, and there's wear and tear and there's injuries. And so as teams are starting to get banged up there toward November, I feel like we'll be able to hopefully stay pretty fresh, and he's going to be a big part in that.
One thing I want to talk about, first quarter, you have a drive going. You get down deep in their territory. You decided to kick the field goal, and Cal Overton came in, and that lefty put it right down the middle. It was a beautiful kick.
He did, and I hear it all the time. You got to kick more field goals and stuff, and a lot of that is there's analytics that I like to look at with going for it on fourth, and we are very aggressive. I'm a very aggressive head coach in terms of play calling on fourth down, but we knew kind of getting in that situation. We said first time we get in the red zone, we get stopped. This game, we were going to kick a field goal, because I know we're going to need that. Yeah. I know we've talked about that on the broadcast. You guys have made a really good point. We're going to need that at some point. Playoffs, a couple weeks down the road this week. And so giving him live reps is just like a quarterback. Getting them live reps is something that is important, but at the same time, I want to stick to our aggressive mindset. But I am proud of him. Eli Walker is our long snapper. Doesn't get much love, and he has great snaps. We're 100% on PAT for the year. And then 1 for 1 with Yates. Yates is a dog, but we're 1 for 1. And then Boaz stepping in as our holder with Braden going down, hadn't missed a beat. And I'm really proud of our whole operation on that team.
Right before halftime, you were getting ready to score again. Mm-hmm. Clock ran out. I know it during the interview at halftime with Willie, you kind of explained, but for those who didn't see that, kind of explain what happened there at the end.
Yeah, so we ran, we milked the clock down, so we ran a play. We snapped it at 32 seconds. On huddle, and then even where you guys were in the broadcast, you couldn't really see that part of the field as well. So on huddle, we had the scoreboard on our huddle film. It was 32 seconds we snapped it. He gets tackled at about 23. The ball is spotted at 6 seconds. So there was a 17-second from the dog pile to the ref spotting the ball was 17 seconds. And I don't know if that was, he was intentionally going slow, if there was just bodies and it was just chaos there at the end of the quarter, but we fully expected to run 3 plays right there. That was 2nd and goal. We ran the ball on 3rd and goal, and then obviously we're going to run a play on 4th and goal. And Bravis came up, right there on the goal line. Not sure if he got in or not. You can't really tell. But in my mind, there was no way going into that. We said, as soon as we got the ball on the 7-yard line, it was 1st and goal. I said, we're going to run 4 plays right here. It was around 50 seconds. And we didn't. We only got 3 plays in, which was very strange. But that's on me and 100% on me. But I would like the coaching point today in the team meeting was, hey, like urgency. Like on the huddle clip, when it snaps and there's 6 seconds, I still got guys walking around, looking around. And we should be sprinting back to the hash. We should be all getting lined up because they knew what we were doing. We were running the same play over and over again. So, that was on me. Some bad clock management, calling me the Les Miles of St. Clair County is what I think I've heard. I'm just kidding.
I ain't heard that.
I'm messing, but I told the staff that. I was like, guys, that's on me. But I honestly thought, if you tell me I get Bravis Cave Jr. the ball 3 times on the 7-yard line, I say we score.
I agree
so
with that.
that's it's on me, but at the same time, we gotta score right there. There's no excuse.
Went into halftime, obviously with a big lead, comfortable lead. You come out the second half, take that kickoff, and man, just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Pretty much made a statement there. From then on, your defense, and I tried to look back. I've been with this program since around 2000s. I don't know of back-to-back shutouts with this program. So congratulations on getting that. But your front 3 or 4, whatever alignment, I'm being biased here, but still, I've seen a lot of football up here. Those guys are probably the best in 5A, or one of the best. I don't want to give your opponents any ammunition, but man, they're good.
I would say so. I would say so. First, shout out to Coach Campbell and the defensive staff. They do a phenomenal job with those guys, and they bust their freaking tail throughout the week getting them prepared. And man, I couldn't be more happy with that my whole staff as a whole, but man, defense staff, they're really, really doing a good job utilizing the different talents and bodies that we have up there, especially up front. I think our D-line is obviously a core strength, but when your backers are very good and then you have the secondary to play man, everyone knows we're going to play man. I'm a man guy. I'm going to make you line up, and your guy's going to have to be better than my guy, and we're going to get after the quarterback, and we're going to stop the run, and that's our identity, and we're not going to back down from that, but I am really proud of those guys.
Well, Coach, it was a big win, 47-0. The Battle of 411. You took it, stayed here at Moody this year, and congratulations on that win. We're going to take a quick break. When we'll come back, we'll talk about this week's opponent, Helena Huskies. Welcome back to the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Joining me now is junior linebacker, part of the Bash Brothers, Marshall Teofilo, joins us now on the show. Marshall, thank you for being here today.
Yes, sir.
So talk about the big rivalry win against the St. Clair County Saints.
It was great. I think we really got to showcase what we're capable of, really got to get better, learn from it this week, really be able to stack weeks to just continue to, reach our final goal, which is blue map. So I think it was a really good win.
On the night, you had 6 total tackles. On the year, you're 35 tackles. You and Jagger just linebacker-wise are just making headwaves in 5A. Do y'all just kind of feed off each other each night?
Yes, sir. I think me and him, we've been playing linebacker together since 7th grade. I think me and him will have a lot of chemistry on the field, and I think we complement each other well. One thing we've noticed in the broadcast booth on 3rd down, and we talked to Coach Ganus about it, coming off the field on 3rd down, when it's 3rd and long, do you take, being a linebacker, being really the quarterback, you and Jagger being the quarterbacks of the defense, do y'all kind of challenge, hey, we got to get off the field here, we got to get this stop? How do y'all handle that? Yes, sir. We take good pride in 3rd downs. That's money down. We have, our personal team goals being 75% on 3rd down, really big down, really can really make an impact on the game, which we take good pride in. So this Friday night, you got a big challenge, big 6A school in Helena. Thoughts about Helena? I think it'll be a really fun game. I think it'll be another great opportunity for us to showcase what we have, be exciting, just really be able to compete. And, they have a great team, and we obviously do too. And I think it'll be really fun. It's going to be a big challenge. Looking forward to it. Yes, sir. A couple of questions, some of just off-the-wall questions here. What's your favorite class here at Moody High School? Favorite class? I take a lot of advanced classes, so they're all really difficult. I'd say probably AP Pre-Calculus. It's probably my favorite class. So what? Okay, that's good for you. So
And that'll come into this question later about that. So your favorite food, what's your favorite food?
Ooh, favorite food.
It can be multiple.
Fruit Loops.
Seriously?
I love a bowl of Fruit Loops. Best cereal out.
A lot of sugar? Like
I
sugar?
love Fruit Loops.
What's your favorite childhood memory?
Ooh, that's a good question. Probably 7 years old, winning flag football championship with my dad as the coach. The Eagles went undefeated, won the championship. That's
a great memory.
Yes, sir.
So after football, well, let me ask you this: any colleges looking at you? Any recruiting?
Not really. Not too much. I've went on a couple junior days and stuff. Yes, sir. But right now, really just trying to focus on just each week, take
one game at a time.
Not looking too far ahead.
So when football and college is over, what's Marshall going to be doing? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I have no idea, to be honest. Not really sure right now.
That's
just
fine.
looking to take care of where I'm at now, and hopefully, God will present me a way to present opportunities in my life. And
Great
that's
answer.
what I'm hoping for.
Because high school years, right now, a lot of people don't realize it, but your college years too are fun, and it flies by. So you'll look back one day and go, man, wish I had one more game playing high school. Well, Marshall, appreciate you joining us
Yes,
today.
sir.
We're praying for a safe game, a healthy game this Friday night and for the rest of the season.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Marshall. Welcome back to the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Joining me now is sophomore receiver Jalijah Rutledge. Jalijah, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
So the game Friday night, I know you had been hurt a little bit, had a concussion. You had to wait, 5 to 7 days to get cleared. You got cleared and you played Friday night. How'd you think you did Friday night against the Saints?
I mean, I think I did pretty good. I had a few mistakes here and there, but you learn off it and get better. But I had a good rehab, come back, do what I had to do to get on the field and do what I had to do to make us win.
So this Friday night, you got a big challenge against Helena. Thoughts about Helena?
I mean, they're a pretty good team. We are too. I think it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. That's all I know.
So you're a sophomore. I noticed on social media you've had some visits, some colleges looking at. Can you describe some of that process a little bit?
I mean, it was pretty good. I had Georgia Southern come talk to me, a few other coaches. And I mean, I'm just keep trying to get better, get more offers, get more opportunity to go to the next level.
Yeah, good deal. So a couple of fun questions. What's your favorite music?
Favorite music?
You can be honest.
Hip hop.
Hip hop. Favorite artist?
Ooh, Rod Williams.
Okay. What's your favorite class here at Moody High School?
Probably math, Miss Mills.
Okay.
She's really fine. She's really fine, and she liked the football team a lot.
So your favorite childhood memory?
Ooh, that's a good one. Probably one night, my family went outside. Josh, I got a little brother and a little sister. Josh went on a route. Josh caught the ball over me, and then everybody went wild, and they was talking about it for the rest of the night. But yeah, probably
that's a great memory. So I know you got a couple more years here at Moody. Hopefully you'll play some college football and go to college. But at the end of the day, when everything's said and done, what do you want to do with your life after football and college? What do you want to be when you grow up?
Probably an engineer.
Okay.
I look forward to doing that.
That's a great field to get into.
Yes, sir.
Well, Jalijah, we appreciate you taking the time today on this Monday after practice and praying for a good and healthy game Friday night and for the rest of the season.
Yes, sir.
Good luck Friday night.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Coach, this week, non-region game with the Helena Huskies, big 6A school. I kind of watched some film on them, and man, they're physical, they're fast. You got a big challenge ahead of you Friday night.
Oh yeah, Coach Busby and his staff, man, they do a really good job. I know I say that every week, but we intentionally scheduled these games to play state championship caliber type games as early as we could, and I believe if Helena was in 6A North, they would be competing 5A North, they would be competing for a state championship, hopefully like we are. They're really good. They're big and physical up front. Got great skill players, have 2 receivers that can go get it.
That.
They have 4 kids in the secondary. I know one's committed to Troy, and the other 3 look, just as good. And young at backer, but very, very talented. So, we're going to have our hands full. It's going to be physical. They love to run the ball. They're a big gap scheme team, which means you got to be physical and you got to fit it right, or they can make a vertical crease and hit it. And they're very good on special teams. They have a kicker, punter, who is phenomenal. He's a lefty, and he can boot that thing. He made a 53-yarder the other night. He's made a 49-yarder and 43, and then he's averaging, about like Caleb is on pump. Caleb's a phenomenal punter too. So they have one of those, and he's a lefty, so the ball spins different. But thankfully, we have a lefty kicker, and so we've already started working, catching punts from Cal, who's our lefty kicker, because it spins different. And Belichick was a big believer in that. He used to always sign lefty punters. So, gonna have our hands full. But man, I'm excited. Helena is a great city, great stadium. It's a great setup, and I'm excited for our people to go see it because they pack it out. And if you go watch the McAdory game, you're going to see the away bleachers. This is the biggest student section I've ever seen from a high school and away game. Wow. It is unbelievable. I think they brought 200 to 300 students, all wearing neon. And so it's going to be loud. It's going to be a really, really fun environment for our kids. And those are the games that, you want to get up for all the games, and you tell your kids, hey, every game's important, you got to go 1-0. But this is a week where I'm not going to have any problem getting them up. This is going to be a fun week, and we're really excited for the challenge.
Looking forward to it, Coach. Coach, thank you for your time today.
Absolutely.
I know you're busy. Appreciate you taking time to talk with us. Again, kickoff 7 p.m. this Friday night at Helena Husky Stadium. We need the Blue Devil family to be loud and proud, so make plans now to show up this Friday night to support the Blue Devils. We'll see you all Friday night. Go Blue Devils.